Good evening and welcome to the Arbor Hills Nature Preserve in Plano, Texas. Tonight's exercise is a field test of the SOFIRN SR23. I do want to thank SOFIRN for sending me the light and making the review possible. A very interesting light here. White and UV emitters, very nice bezel, two-way clip. USB-C charging port, mag base, and this surface here is very interesting. I'm going to be very curious how well this holds up to my sweaty hands tonight in the middle of the summer in Texas. You have white light control here, separate UV control here. Overall, in preliminary testing, I've been very pleased with the controls. The only thing, and this is extremely small, that I might add for some future upgrade is just a little bit more space between the controls so that if I'm working in the cold with gloves on, it just gives me a little bit better feel. You actually have both low and high UV. I think you're really going to like that in the demonstrations later this evening. White outputs vary from low of 5 lumens to high or turbo output at 3300, and it is stepless ramping, something I happen to like. You do have direct to low from off, direct to turbo from on off, and direct to strobe from on off. On the subject of like, I really do like the return from turbo on this light. So double click to get into turbo. Let's say you were previously about a quarter of the way off of low. Now you can single click to go back to that 1/4 level, or you can double click to toggle back and forth between low and turbo. Something similar with strobe, triple click to get into strobe, subsequent triple clicks toggle between strobe and SOS, single click to get back to where you were. So that's a very brief overview, some very interesting features. Well, is there anything else I need to say? What was that? Yeah, I think you're right, nothing. Let's get out in the field and see how it works. So I wanted to go over ramping very quickly. The key number to remember is 1.5 seconds. So here we are at the lowest level of illumination. So I press and hold, ramp up, very quickly press and hold again after releasing, and then I go back down. Now let's do that again. But this time I'm going to explore and look around. I'm taking more than 1.5 seconds. So when I ramp up again, it keeps going in the same direction, but inside of 1.5 seconds I can reverse that. So just a little something to show you about ramping, and I'll need about another 20 minutes and we can start tonight's exercises. Well, here at the bridge where I normally do output level test in the lowest output, let's ramp that up a little, look around. Of course, I'm not going to be able to tell you what percentage of the way up we are. A little more. Line of sight, there's a little hole right there that I could get 40 plus yards. Now we'll just go up all the way. There we go, you saw that tiny flash. That indicates we've gone as far as we can go. This is of course turbo. And a very generous field of view. Well, I tried to get as close as possible to kind of that first level of ramp up in the previous example. I'm just going to guess it's about 25–30%, but that's just a guess. So for path following, that seems perfectly adequate. I've got plenty of information about areas that I could get in trouble, possibly break an ankle. I can see the slope of the terrain. And of course, the key feature of this lower candela light is I have just really good side-to-side or peripheral illumination. Normally when I film this area, I'm standing up by the sign and looking out here by the creek. Now let's say I've been going up and down and up and down. It's been more than 1.5 seconds and I don't remember which way I was going. So just a brief press and hold. Okay, I was going down and inside 1.5 seconds I go back up and then I can tailor the illumination for what I'm exploring. So when I say look out over the creek and all those videos back to the other side, well, there it is. And here is our turbo burn down. This is a new area for me. The tree line is very irregular there, so I just stepped off kind of where I thought the edge would be from this shooting angle, and it's a good 60+ yards, more than I would have given it credit for. The head area of the light is definitely hot, not terribly uncomfortable, but getting there. The light, of course, is long enough that you can hold comfortably without having to get your fingers around that head area. Approaching a minute, seeing some step down. Definite step down here. Heat, however, has stabilized, and if anything, it's gone down a little. I think I'll let this run to 2. This is already starting to look like a steady state. Yeah, there's still heat, but the regulation here is really good. Well, of course, when I said 2, I really meant 2.5, right? Okay, let's go take a look at that UV. Now, this is low UV, most likely what you would use indoors. I'm a good yard and a half away here at Scorpion City. Press and hold takes me up into high UV. There's a really nice downrange here. Unfortunately, we don't have much action out tonight. Okay, here we go. But I really like the ability to change from low to high. Like I said, you can work indoors, outdoors, choose the right level of illumination. Let's wrap this up one more time through the entire range, starting at the low end. Ramp up a little more. 55, 60 yards line of sight, maybe a bit more as it angles off to the left there. A little bit more. Ah, there's the flash. Now we know we're in turbo. Oh yeah, no problem. This is a darker area, so getting deep back into that area is no big deal. Ramp down a bit. Well, there you have it. I've always thought that a good light ought to be able to sell itself, and in my mind, this one's making an awfully good case, especially with that UV. No matter what you're into, hiking, camping, exploration, especially if you like night hiking and close-up nature observation, UV is going to open up a new world for you. But enough of me babbling on. Hopefully you've seen enough tonight. Go to the website, check out a few more of the details, look at the price, see what you think. And that's it for me, unless you would like to see something very specific in order to finalize that decision. If so, leave a comment. I'll see what I can do. And as always, until the next review, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching the video.